Hey everybody, this is my quick and dirty Canva demo for creating your evergreen courses or your webinars or other online presentations. I hope this is helpful. Uh, I'm not actually recording in the way I usually do, so I will mention that as I go forward. What you need to do this kind of recording is pretty simple. Canva Pro, which I'm using now. Um, and I'm going to go through each of these, by the way, in the next few slides. A good microphone, a recording booth. You make the Canva presentation into an MP4, then you put it in iMovie, and if you want to film yourself for any reason, add a little film into it, you do that too in a separate app. So please understand that this is not a demonstration of how to use Canva. There are so many videos out there explaining how Canva works. I actually have a few free videos in my YouTube channel about various aspects of using Canva. I love it. I use it all the time. So take a look at anything else if you really need to know in depth how to make Canva work for you. So you do want Canva Pro because you get access to all the features, including the ability to do this kind of recording. And your first step is to do exactly what I've done here, which is to create the content in the form of a presentation. That's how you can record it. It's the same thing as using PowerPoint, Keynote, except I like Canva because there's more flexibility with design. You can use backgrounds like I've used here. You can use import information, import pictures, use their pictures. It gives you a lot more flexibility, I think, than PowerPoint and Keynote. It looks a lot more you. You can use your own branding if you want to. Now, I am not using the good microphone for this recording because I'm on vacation and I don't have it with me. So, but a good microphone is really highly recommended. It eliminates echo. It's not expensive. The one I use is the Snowball by Logitech. I got it on the big A, the unmentionable A. But they are not expensive. It's nice to have that good microphone. Just because I think it does make a better recording sounding, but I'm just using my little headset. So if it sounds fine to you, maybe that's all you need. A recording booth, it sounds so fancy. I use my walk-in closet. Again, I'm on vacation, so I don't have my walk-in closet. I'm using a room that's fairly quiet and fairly soundproofed. But a nice thing about a closet is that it really eliminates that kind of echo that you get in with hard surfaces, because all those clothes will do the trick. But any quiet space helps, and try to eliminate excess noises, your dog barking or your kid crying or whatever you can do to eliminate those extra noises to make it a little more professional. So you create this Canva presentation as I'm doing now, and once you finish creating it, you record the voiceover as I'm doing right now, because I made the presentation first and now I'm recording it with the voiceover. When I opened up the share button and clicked on pause, present and record, it allows you to record yourself physically, visibly by accessing your camera, but you can select as a drop down no camera or camera off. And then you just have a voiceover as opposed to you on the camera, which I like better, because if I want me on the camera, I want me only on the camera, not as some talking head in a corner. So that's my preference, but you can choose whichever you like, and then you hit record. At any point in the presentation, you can hit pause. I'm going to hit pause right now to show you that it doesn't really do a lot of damage to your presentation. Okay, so I just hit pause and resume, and I don't know if you can tell that I did that, but if you can, fine. But if you can't, the point is that if you feel like you're just talking too much or you have a problem with your voiceover, you can pause it and take a breath. You can pause it and take a drink of water. You don't have to go on for 30 minutes on the recording and feel like, oh my gosh, I got to do it all over again because I sounded weird in that one part. You can run through the presentation at your own speed, as I'm doing now, recording as I'm clicking through the slides, which is what I'm doing now. And when you're done, Canva will ask you to save it as an MP4, and that's what you do. And it'll take a little time to save the recording. And then what I do is save it as an MP4, and then I import it into iMovie. Again, I'm not going to give you a tutorial on using iMovie. I don't use anything else, so I can't help you if you don't use iMovie. But I'm sure that there's a way to use other similar movie making apps out there, and just look at the tutorials on YouTube to figure out which one works for you. I load the presentation into iMovie, and then I can add jingles to the front and back end, which I'm going to be doing next after I get off this recording. I will cut and paste if I needed to. If there's a place where I felt like I went on too long or I wanted to insert something, I could cut and paste into it as I would any iMovie clip. I'll add a recording of myself at the beginning or the end if I want to. I like the jingles. They just sort of add a little flavor to the recording. You can also, of course, frame it with headlines, titles, and so on. So there you have it. That is it. It's really simple, and it took me 6 minutes and 41 seconds to record this. It took me about 15 minutes to create the presentation. So you can see that you're not doing a heck of a lot of work. It doesn't take a huge amount of time, and it's a really handy way to make your presentations yourself without a lot of fuss and bother. So, all right, see you around the corner.